Hi everybody, Tasha with Start School Crochet. Welcome to week 3, episode 3 of the Yarnie Hotlist. So last week, thank you guys for sticking around with the mic issues. I hopefully fixed that. I put it up here so it's not going to crackle. Like, I hope it doesn't crackle because that'll drive me crazy. And it'll drive you crazy and you won't come back to watch it. But this week's Yarnie Hotlist is here. And there's tons of new stuff. I've been working on a few things. This little granny square heart pattern. Well, it's actually this one. It's a lacy heart pattern. Finally got it tested and it's about to come out and I'm so excited about it. So last week you asked for a yarn review. I've never really done a yarn review before. I love lots of yarns and I just feel funny about it, but I'm doing it this week, so it's at the end of this video. So make sure you watch it. I also want to say thank you. If you want the hot list, you can grab the hot list for free. It's around here somewhere and also in the description. So I'll put everything down in the description below if you're new. And if you haven't, if this is your third week coming back and you're on the hot list, I'm also sending it directly to your inbox. Woo! Let's get down to the list. Let's get down to it. Okay, so the hot week this week, blah, 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 the hot week. There I go again. The hot list this week. So the first pattern is by Brianna K Designs. I've been designing a mosaic pattern, which is a blanket pattern, and thanks Lion Brand for sponsoring the yarn. I can't wait to get it, and it'll be out in October. So I've been looking at mosaic crochet designs, and I came across this one from Brianna K Designs, and it's so beautiful. It's a desert mosaic. It's a free pattern on her blog. And you do need to sign up for the Grow account to access the charts and everything. And if you're not familiar with Grow, let me just give you a little lowdown on what that is. Okay, so if you know of everything about blogging, lately all the algorithms have been very rough on independent designers and crochet bloggers. So our ad company, Mediavine, has incorporated something where you can input your email address and sign up for a Grow account. And then whenever you come back, you'll be signed in and you'll have access to all the exclusive content. So the exclusive content is just content that's behind this little veil that says gain access to the exclusive content. And it's nothing, you're not paying anything. It's still a free pattern. But what it does give us as designers, it lets us email you and say, hey, we've got a new pattern coming out, or, oh, look at this and it's free. Because we make our money off of free patterns. That's how we do it. Most of us, some of us are paid designers, others are free independent designers. But with AI happening and all the Google stuff happening right now, a lot of designers are struggling to stay afloat. So if you love our free design patterns, please support us and just enter your email address. And anyway, long story short, when you get to Brianna K's design, it'll say, unlock the exclusive content. Just unlock it. Unlock it. You'll unlock it once, and then anybody else who has that same Grow on their blog, it'll be unlocked for everybody. So it's kind of a win-win, really. But this blanket is beautiful. Go check it out. It has a fun desert vibe to it, and it's really classy looking. So the next one is Rose Obam of Yarn Crafty. And she has a free pattern on her blog, and it's a popcorn stitch hot pad that looks amazing. It's so pretty and it's really thick, and hot pads are just easy to work up, and you can just make one super quick for your family or your, change up your kitchen decor for a second. It's really beautiful. And the next one is Marsha Yarn Doodles. She's having a weekly pattern spotlight on Ravelry. And this one's called the Imagination Can and Cup Cozy. And every week she'll have one of these spotlight designs where you can get 50% off from Monday through Sunday. So today's Tuesday, you'll have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to get this one. And then we have Mylinda's, did I say that right? Mylinda's Crafts, a new pattern, and it's a wristlet or a lanyard. And you can find it on Ravelry for $3. Pretty good deal. This one, I went to Ravelry's hot list and I kind of looked up hot list but free patterns because I wanted to give a little bit more free patterns. And I found this really cute pattern. It's an emotional support. I need to stop pausing. It's an emotional support chicken. a little emotional support chicken, so you can hug the chicken and have emotional support. And that's so cute. And that one's free, and it's by Annette Corsino, and that's on Ravelry's Hotlist. Wait, is the emotional support chicken free? I don't know if that one's free, actually. It might not be free. The next one is a free Granny Square shawl PDF download, and this one's really beautiful. It's like red, and you can make different colors with it. It's so gorgeous. And that one's by Susan's Family. Just make sure you check the links or have your virus scan it, because you might, just be careful. Okay, the next one is the pattern collectors list, and this one is a fun list because if you're a pattern collector like me, you want to keep all your patterns in one place in a folder on your computer, or print them out and keep them in somewhere, where you can have access to them all the time. So the first one, this one, you have to jump on. It's only 24 hours left. That always gives me FOMO. But this one is called the Thermal Crochet Made Easy ebook. It's 30 patterns, 7 stitch tutorials, and 13 videos by Nikki's Homemade Crafts. And thermal crochet, I had to kind of look this up because I didn't really know what that was. I was like, I think I've known a lot about crochet. I've been doing it forever. So thermal crochet is kind of like makes a really thick fabric, similar, I guess, to Tunisian crochet, because Tunisian crochet makes a really thick fabric too. But this is different. So Nikki will teach you how to not only give you 30 patterns, but teach you how to do the thermal crochet stitch, so you can make up your own if you're a crochet designer like me and you love to make your own stuff. And then as a bonus to that, since it is an AF link, I am going to give you 50% off my lifetime bundle. So if you click through that link, then you will get 50% off of my lifetime bundle. And the code for that is 10thermal, and it's all down below in the link in the description below. When you go down there, go to the Yarnie list, and it's in the Yarnie. It's in the Yarniest. It's in the Yarnie list. God bless America. So the next one is Milena of Straight Hooked. It's 75% off all patterns through August 30th. And that is a steal. That's really a big steal. The next one is, oh wait, somebody told me to slow down, because am I going too fast? Okay. The Aphrodite collection is by Nicholas Griffiths and of Emily. I always say this wrong because I'm used to saying Emily when I see these words together. So my brain says Emily, but it's actually Elamy. Elamy Designs. And I really love it. And she and I are working on a mosaic crochet blanket, year-long crochet along, which will happen next year in 2025. So keep an eye out for that. But this week, she is having a discount code on her Aphrodite collection. Its code is LOVE. LOVE. The Aphrodite collection includes cushion covers, C2C blanket, bobble stitch blanket, and it's available on Ravelry and Payhip. Ooh, the vintage list. This one is fun. This is the vintage list this week. Vintage. So I did a little bit of, okay, there's a channel on YouTube called The Vintage, or Just Vintage Crochet. Just Vintage Crochet. She does all crochet patterns that are vintage, and it's kind of like a mystery thing. So if you go there, you won't know what you're going to get. It's fun. You just watch it. You can put it on the background while you're crocheting. She's crocheting. It's a lot of fun. And so I put a link to a 60s vintage crochet pattern that she's doing, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. And the next one is my retro crochet bag. Oh, I'm going to get it. I found it. This is a retro crochet bag that I did this year, and it's a lot of fun. You can hold it by your hand, but it has this cool bamboo handle and these awesome retro flower hexagons. And if you like retro like I do, I haven't lined it yet. Okay, so I haven't lined it yet. I'm still going to line this pattern. But there's a full tutorial for all the hexagram flowers and how to assemble this bag and where to get these little handles. So I think you're going to like that one. I love retro crochet. It's my favorite, really. Okay, so the next list is the Stitch Together list. This is the crochet along that's happening. And this one is by Fiona Field of Cozy Rosie UK. And she and Joanna from High Desert Yarn are hosting a crochet along together that starts, I believe it starts in September. But go to the code. You can get the pattern for $5 off using the code Autumn Poppery. But the pattern bundle is pre-sale from August 30th to September 3rd, so you can get $5 off of that. And it looks like it's really pretty. Okay, so I did make a knot list this week, and I did not make a trendy talk list this week. So the knot list this week, and I hope you guys don't get mad at me for this, but I've seen this floating around and I just can't. I can't do it. It's not my style, and it's really popular, but it's a weird frilly ruffle hat. It's like a hat, but when I see it, it just like the whole squiggly line thing just gives my brain, it hurts my brain. It makes me think I'm looking at a brain, and that's kind of what I don't like about it. But it's super popular right now, and I don't understand it, but maybe I'm just too old for it. Like it kind of reminds me of like something that now they'll look back on in 20 years and be like, why did I make that? Ooh, but you know, we'll see. It's one of those, like, it's like a mullet. It's like a mullet to me. And I'm just like, I just can't. But it's super popular, so don't hate me. But you can find those patterns anywhere you look. Just look up ruffle crochet hat and you'll find one. And then this one, okay, I don't like them. I don't think they look good. There's only one person I think who's made this pattern look good, and it's the hexagon cardigan. Don't hurt me. Okay, I don't like them. I just think they're ugly, kind of. My daughter wants one, and I'm going to probably head over to TL Yarn Crafts and check out the way she modified it. But I don't know. Some people can make it look really good, but it's just not my style, and I don't like it. Just don't like it. I do like granny stitch though. So this is my granny stitch sweater that I still have not written up the pattern for yet, but it's coming out soon. And I do like the granny stitch, but I just don't like the granny cardigan. I know, unpopular opinion. Okay, so the Yarnie review list. So I'm going to go over the 2 yarns that I chose to review for this week. The first one is Karen, and it's called Karen Colorama Halo. It's really pretty. And then the other one is one I've been completely obsessed with. It's Mandala Ombre yarn, and that's actually what I made that sweater out of, and I'm making a blanket out of it. So it's really, really a good yarn. So I'm going to say what I do like about it. So for the Mandala yarn, for this one, Ombre, the things I do like about it are the transitions are really nice. You can see the color transitions. They're really pretty. And I actually deconstructed the balls because with that sweater, I wanted to use just 4 colors out of there. So I deconstructed them. And it's hard to get a good transition when you're deconstructing them. But when you're just crocheting nonstop, like I did with the blanket that I'm making, it's really, 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 really pretty. So the colors are vibrant. The transitions are nice. It's soft. And it's really super easy to work with. Like this yarn is really easy to work with, and it's super soft and it's warm. So those are the things I do like. What I don't like about it is there were a few times during the color changes where there was a knot that was kind of like abrupt, and it just kind of, instead of the colors flowing together, it just kind of stopped. And I was just like, okay, that's okay. It didn't happen that many times though, and that's the good thing. It didn't happen that many times. Okay, so the next one, I'm going to go on to Karen. Oh, and this one today, I just kind of did a little bit of a workup. I did a few crochet stitches with it. This one is uber super soft. I don't know. See, okay, this is what I don't like about some of these fuzzy yarns is when you're working with them, like the little, I don't know if you can even see those. Can you see the fuzzies? That's the only thing I don't like about some of these yarns that are fuzzy. I just didn't even get to the part that I like about it. What I like about it is it's super soft. It's very silky when you work with it. and I really liked the way that the stitches looked. They're very kind of, I used a large hook for one of them, and then I used a very small hook, like the recommended hook size. So let's dive a little bit deeper into the Karen, and this is what it looks like. It's an ombre yarn. It's really pretty. It's called Karen Colorama Halo. It says perfect phasing, which I don't know what that means yet. It's a 5-weight yarn, and it recommends a 6mm crochet hook to use for it. So I pulled out the center, and it looks like it had a little yarn barf, but not a lot, which is good. It's really silky. I started off using a smaller hook, I think a 5.5mm hook instead of a 6. It's very smooth, and the chain worked up super fast, and it's just really smooth yarn. Then I went ahead and I did a couple double crochets, and I just kind of did them in each chain, and then I went across just to see what that looked like. With this hook size, it created a little bit of holes and gaps in the center. But when I frogged it, I came across a little bit of trouble, and I had trouble frogging it. So I had to kind of mess around with it a little bit, shake it around, tug on it, pull it, just to try to not rip it and break the yarn. And then I finally got it to get loose. So I imagine that if you use this yarn, you're going to want to probably use a bigger hook. So I went up to an 8mm just to play around with it and see if I like that or not. Is that 9mm or 8? And so I just did the same thing. I did a couple double crochets, and I wanted to create kind of like an open mesh like I have. I like using open mesh patterns, and I think this would be really pretty open mesh sweater with this yarn. And it turned out pretty cute. Don't judge me for messing up, but I like it. It turned out great, and I think this yarn is going to be fun to work with. We'll see about those fuzzies. Okay, back to where we left off. For the other one, the recommended hook size was really tight, and I kind of like more flowy fabric for drape like I did with this top. When I first made this top, I used a Lion Brands 24/7 cotton, and it's nice and everything, but it's really thick, and I just don't like wearing thick stuff unless it's winter or cold outside, you know, just like everybody else. First thing I noticed about this yarn is it's incredibly soft. It felt like silk. And then from what I see so far, it feels great, and it was easy to make the stitches. It's almost slippery though. So the slipperiness of it was a little bit much for me. Like, oh, it might be hard when you're trying to crochet fast. Okay, so we're on to the Yarniverse list. This is the last list. We're going to do 4 sales. We got Love Crafts is having indie designers and yarn for 30% off sale. Then we've got Yarnspirations, which is 20% off $80 and 15% off $60 sale. Then we've got Joanne, and Joanne is having a site-wide sale with up to 50% off the yarn, so that's really good. Remember, all these links are down below. Michael's is having 20% off all regular priced items with the code SAVENOW20. And that's the list. That's it, everybody. So if there's something that you want me to review or do for next week's list, let me know and leave it in the comments, because then I can add it. And if you are a crocheter and you want me to promote or to, you know, let everybody know what you're working on, if you have patterns, if you're having, you know, if you have a blog, you want me to say, hey, go check out this blog, I'd be happy to do that, because we need to lift each other up. And that's what this is all about. This is about sharing and lifting each other up. And I love putting it together each week. And I love that people are responding to it. Yeah, that's it. Happy crocheting, everybody. I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.